Hello and welcome back to another episode here on the OmathaCraft server. In today's episode, we are going to be working on a super smelter, which is something I have wanted for a very long time. But firstly, I want to show you what has been done to the Nether project, which we were working on in the last episode and we've been working on in streams. Let me show you what's been happening. A lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly over here, and as you can see, all the top layer has been completed, but if we come over into the loaded chunks, so much of this has now been opened up, and if we fly around, look at how massive this area is. All of this has now been opened up. There's only a bit of glowstone left, which we do need to clear up at some point, but so much has been cleared, and this place is looking epic. I can't wait for all of this to be cleared. We are working on this behind the scenes, but this is not going to be the focus for today's episode. One thing I do want to point out is the level we are going down to, so if anyone's watching and is working on this project, the level we are going down to is level 98. So everything below this needs, everything above this, needs to be destroyed. So as you can see, everything needs to be get rid of the whole way down to this level 2. It's going to be a big project. I cannot wait to see this completed, but that's not what we're going to be working on today. So we are going to begin to head back to the base, and the first thing we need to do is we need to go and find a super smelter design. So I'm going to do some Googling and some YouTube searching, and I've got an idea of the one I want to use, but let's go and find out and work out what we're going to build. Okay, so welcome to the testing world. This is a design by Mango, and you probably guessed, and you've probably seen this quite a bit, but this is a brilliant design as it has no hopper minecarts, which can get stuck with chunk loading and all that kind of stuff. It is fully redstone based, just has a few hoppers, but we should be able to deal with that. But let's take a look at this thing in action. I'm going to put all of these logs up here. This is going to be what we're going to smelt, and this is going to be our fuel input. And if we wait just a second, they all turn on at the same time, which is really cool. It's really efficient because it's an Mango design, so it has to be really efficient. And there we go. They all turn on. As we can see, they all get smelted up. And if we take a look at one just like this, it gets 2 just when it needs to. And then it goes back to 1. And then it gets the coal just when it needs it. It's a really efficient design, and then it all flows in really quick, really epic, and it's really quite small. So if we come and take a look at things over here, this is, I believe this is the design right here. Wow. It's really compact, and I know exactly where I want to build this. But we need to work out the length of this thing. I think it has about 28 furnaces, so that's 29, 30 and 31, and then on the other end there is 32, 33, 34, so that's 34 blocks long. I might possibly build 2 of them, and then we can have a splitting system over the top, just where we have a chest, put it in, and it takes items to both sides, so it's even quicker. Yeah, I think that's worth doing. I'm going to go and measure up where we're going to build this on the server, then we're going to collect a load of hoppers, redstone, repeaters, and we should be good to get this done. Okay, so we are on the server, and as you can see, I have placed in all of the furnaces. I've decided we're going to build double. One, because it would look a bit off-centered otherwise, and I think we are going to move that concrete converter maybe up here at the back somewhere, because that's a bit odd in the middle, and we're probably going to have all the storage in there. We also have the kelp smelter, which we're going to have to do something about. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to work that out at the moment, and for some reason I've got the chest in there and the hoppers, so let's get rid of them. As you can see, I've put all the furnaces and the hoppers all in place. That's all the hoppers done, so we don't need any more of them. Let's put them away. As you can see, I have made a decision about the base to get rid of the actual auto sorter. We have never done it. I've never needed to use it, never wanted to use it. So eventually I'm going to tear all of the auto sorting out, get rid of this ice stream, all that kind of stuff. It's all going to go. It's just not being used, and there's no point. So I ripped out all the hoppers from the back of here because I never even finished building that section. And when we've done that, we're going to have loads more hoppers and all the redstone resources we need. So the next phase is, I believe, we're on the wrong level, which is not a great start. If we go down to the right level, I think we need to place blocks all the way along the back just like this, and we need to grab some repeaters, which I have in my shulker box over here. Let's go and grab some of them. We need some repeaters and we need some redstone. Let's grab them just like that, and all we need to do is we need to run these along just like this, repeaters running into that with then redstone along the back. I'm going to do this for both sides, and I'll do some of the other redstone on top so we can get a bit more progress done, then we'll jump straight back into things. Okay, so welcome back. I have one section done. We obviously have the other one to do. I think I might third-person time-lapse that, because I think it'll look pretty cool, that coming together. But as you can see, this whole thing is done, and I want to test it. So what we're going to do is we are going to go into this hopper here. We are going to put our stack of dried kelp blocks, and into the top hopper, we're going to put a stack of jungle logs. And hopefully, I'm going to get some output. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this around just one more block like there. There we go. That's good. And hopefully, in just a second, we should... Oh, there we go. I think that was just a bit of a lag spike. Yeah, that seems to be a lag spike. But as we can see, all of them go in. Let's see if the second block comes in, which it should. The kelp has come in. Yes, there we go. And that's perfectly timed. And as we can see, the charcoal starts running in. Awesome. I did actually build these, I think, six blocks too long, which actually... It looks better now. It's not fully centered. Well, it wasn't properly centered because I made it an even number. But now we can have this sort of sorting area here where you can put the items in, you can put the other bits and pieces in, and it will work like that. So it'll be really, really good. And I'm getting too rich apparently. I hope not. Well, that'd be quite nice though. That would be quite nice. So yeah, this is working awesomely. Wow. We literally just put that in there. We've already got a stack. That is working really quick. And for some reason... That has got 5 kelp blocks. That might be because they're leftover. There might have been 4 left over. They've got 2. There seems to be a bit of funkiness going on here. I'll have to have a look, make sure I've done the repeat times right. Because if I take some of those out, and let's see if these spread across as they should. So that's got 2. They've got 2. That's got 1. That's got 1. And I think because I put 64 and 64 and the amount of hoppers there are, I'm guessing that's about it, but that works quick. I'm not too bothered about the fuel. I don't mind because we've got this kelp farm, which is it's just infinite fuel basically. Look, this is just from when I've been here and we've already got another stack and we even have some backed up here. As you can see, we're not worried about fuel, to be honest. We don't have too much of a worry. I'm going to crack on. I think it's time to do third person time lapse. Let's crack on with things. That was nice and quick to build. Let's do the same test we did last time, which is we're going to put a stack of logs in and we're going to put a stack of dried kelp in. Let's give this a go and see if this works. I'm really curious to see if this, just make sure I've done it right. I did notice I did some of the times wrong. I missed a piece of redstone dust over there, and there we go. Ooh. Is that a visual bug? No, so we have done something wrong here. Let's have a look. Have I missed something? The kelp has gone a bit funny. It is missing that furnace. We didn't have any issues over here, did we? I will double check and figure out. We probably missed a bit of redstone, or we've done redstone repeat timing wrong. But let's have a look. All of that is flowing in. That is great. Obviously, I'm guessing we're not going to get 2 of them aren't going to be smelted. So hopefully it should come out at 62. Or maybe 63 when that gets another log put in. I'm guessing that's done. Maybe. Let's have a look. Come on. Please don't tell me there's any other furnaces. 2. Right, okay. So yeah, we do have one issue there. I'll make sure that gets fixed up. And then we need to work on linking up the 2 systems, which should be nice and easy. We just have to get 3 different hopper lines. The output chest and the 2 input chests. We'll have them in the middle here, just in the center, which will look really good. And then once that's done, all we need to do is we need to link up the kelp smelter. And I don't know how exactly I want to do that. I don't know if I want to have a separate smelter. We might put it in the cave system. There's a big cave system back there. We might put a smelter like that in the cave system back there. Or or we have it out here. I think it'd be better to have it out here so we know when we're overflowing, and then we can have that linking straight up into the fuel distribution, which will be great. So, I'm going to crack on, I'm going to figure out what we've done wrong here, and then I'll meet you in a minute. Okay, so I've been trying to work out, but these two furnaces, and it's the same on both sides, will not put fuel in. I've done loads of testing, all of them are getting fairly equal, except for the N1, which always gets one more. I don't know what's going on. I've had a look at chunk boundaries, and it is on a chunk boundary, but I just don't understand why these two aren't getting any fuel. It's the fuel input which is the issue. It's not the item distribution, so there's something going on, and I've checked all the repeated timings, I've double checked them, triple checked them, and I still cannot figure out why are no items going into these hoppers. It's really, really confusing me. Really confusing me. I'm gonna still have a mess around with it and see if I can have a look. I'll get back up the world download and just go over everything, but it's just these centre ones. Everything else is fine. Every single other furnace will get items. Will get all the fuel it needs, nice and even, except that one furnace here. Right. I'll continue. I will try and figure this out for the life of me. Okay, so I think it's time for a test. As you can see, I've linked up all of this. It's a bit messy, but to be honest, I don't care, and it is off-centered as well, but again, I don't really care. Let's move on with things. So what we have is we have the input, the fuel, and the output. I think I found what was wrong. It was due to just some server delay. I've added some ticks up here, and hopefully this should fix it. So I've also added droppers on top of the hoppers, which reduces lag. I'm trying to be as lag-friendly as I possibly can be. Let's put some kelp in there, get that flowing through the system, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the input in. We have 4 stacks of sand. Now we're going to see if this works, and hopefully all the furnaces will come on this time, not just not missing 2. So as we can see, the fuel is actually going into the background. We should hopefully see that is coming in. That's good. That's really nice to see. We will have a dropper clicking every so often, but there we go. All the furnaces have come on. So 2 haven't. Now why is that? Is that 2 specifically? Let's find out what 2 that is. Is it maybe underneath these? Where are they? Oh, no, it's on. Maybe that's just the startup. It might take a minute. But that doesn't bother me too much. As we can see, all the sand's flowing through. We already have a stack of glass. That is mental. Look how quick that's flowing in. It's basically a never-ending flow. That's awesome. Oh, I'm loving this already. This is epic. And the next thing we need to do is we need to work out all of this system, because obviously that is a bit of a mess. The one thing I do want to do first is... Thank you. The first thing I want to do first is I want to tear down this. This will only take a couple of seconds. I want to build this up over here. I'll probably just put this at the end, probably here or here. Or should I just put it on the path? I might put it on the path. Is it 3 blocks wide? Let's hope it's no, it's 4. And it's 1, 2, and it's 4 by 4. Seriously, that's a really annoying number. Oh dear. I guess we'll just put that. We'll put that here, and I reckon we're gonna make a small potion brewer, which I want to put here, which will just be for fire resistance, because that's the only potion I use, and we might use it for. Actually, I want invisibility as well. They're the only 2 potions I use, so I might want a fire resistance and invisibility going there. So I might have to tweak this. Actually. You know what? That can stay. We'll have something else which goes there. But yeah, I want 2 small potion brewers over there. But let's have a look. We have 4 stacks. Just like that. That's awesome. I'm loving this. This is epic. And it's all working. But what we do need to do now is we need to sort out this. So this needs to be obviously cleaned up, built in with now glass. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a system where it smelts up. How are we going to do this? I reckon we have kind of a mini bulk storage thing here, which would then, when we flick a switch, that wouldn't work either, because I'll probably just send it through the main smelter. So we just have a bulk storage unit, I think. I think that'll be the easiest way. So what I'm going to do is I'll get some hoppers, get some chests. I'll take down all of that ugly stone. That's finally going to go because that's been really bugging me. And I've got some hoppers there and I have some chests in there. There we go. We're going to fly over here. We are going to link all this up, make this look nicer. And then we've basically done an entire layer of the base, which it looks epic. So happy about this. Let's crack on. Okay, so here we go. It is finished. This layer is done. The super smelter is done. It looks epic. Look at this. So here we have the storage for the kelp. Though currently nothing in it because the farm is turned off because it's working so well. And I have just moved all the kelp that was over there is now smelting in here. I have moved all... Well, come on. There we go. As you can see, that is all going through the system. And that is flowing through... Lovely. I literally have just taken over those 4 stacks of glass and it's just filled it up. I just did it just before I started recording. Wow. I don't think I've ever been this excited about smelting items before. It's just so cool. It's just working so well. Il Mango is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. This place looks epic. One thing I think I want to do, as considering we're down here, I want to see if I can find some potion brewers, just one small potion brewers which I can just put on the corners here, just to sort of bulk out this area and make it look and feel like we filled up this layer. Most likely nothing's going to go back here. We're building with circles, which is a bit of a pain for builds like this, but I don't think I'm going to bother putting anything back there. It probably won't get used. But in the future we'll add something here as well. So I'm going to look up a design for some simple super... not super smelters. What are they called? Potion brewers, that's the ones, and I'm going to try and build these here. Let's go find a design, let's build these. Okay, so here we go. I found a design. I'll put a link to this down in the description. I can't remember the name of who designed it off the top of my head, but it's a really simple design. It works well, and I haven't figured out how it works, but I've taken the world download and I've had a mess around with it. And as we can see, this is a set potion brewer. So this is what we want. We only want 2. We only want one for, what are we having? Fire resistance and invisibility, or I might change it. Yeah, I think it'll just be invisibility. I don't use night vision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out this chest here, just like that. I'm going to clear my inventory. There we go. And if we take a look, in one of these we have the golden carrots. In one of these we have the redstone dust. One of these we have the gunpowder. We have the nether wall. And then over there, that's a piston. So it's not in there. Where do the water bottles go? So that's the blaze powder and things like that. I probably should watch the tutorial. It'll probably help me a lot more. Oh, okay, so I believe, yeah, the water bottles and the blaze powder goes in there. You always leave one slot. Ah, that makes sense. So you leave the one slot for the blaze powder, so there's always some filtering into the brewing stand. That looks good, and all then we have to do is, that has been updated wrongly, so we just need to take this out and reset the system, just like that. Then all we have to do is flick the switch, and then we should see the water bottles go in. I have cloned this over, so I might have broken the redstone. There is a very good chance I've broken the redstone. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to go by this design here because this works. And I know it works because I've just been messing around with it. Yeah, I think I might have broken that one over there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this up on the server. I'm going to build 2 of them. And I'll catch you once we've done that. I think we might have to go on a resource gathering mission to gather and try and stock up all of these droppers, hoppers, and all those kind of bits and pieces. Okay, test number 2. Oh, that's done stuff, but it hasn't put water bottles in it. That's really confusing me. Whoa, what? Where have those bottles gone? What? They've just like, the hopper's been like, nope, you're not having them. And all the blaze powder's now coming. Oh, no. Oh, dear. What have I done? Right, that needs to be... No, stop taking all these items. No, stop. Oh, I've done something wrong and I don't know what it is. I've done it again. I haven't watched the actual tutorial. I think I should probably watch it fully. See if there's something I've missed. Because I'm very confused and it's all messed up now. And then all the blaze powder's there, and it shouldn't be there. And you shouldn't be extended anymore. Unless... like that. Okay, so they've worked. The top part's worked this time, which is we're getting somewhere. It's just this is deciding to completely unlock. And let the water bottles flow straight through. So if we put one in there, yeah, it instantly goes. Very odd. Right. I'll keep tinkering with it. Okay, so it turns out I missed a repeater just down here. So that block is now in place. And hopefully, let's try it this time. I said, hopefully, let's try it this time. Oh, I think I need to reset this. I think I need to break that, and I need to put that back, set that to 4 ticks. That's all good. Is upstairs alright? Yes, I know this is not actually upstairs, but let's have a look. That seems to be all good. Let's try it this time. Have we got bottles? Yeah. We got blaze powder. There needs... Yeah, that's all there. Yes, they're in there. And what we should see is the nether wart makes this into awkward potions. And the awkward potions then get turned into fire resistance potions. Then get extended. They need to be the other way round. It needs to be like that. So what we need to do is we need to swap the gunpowder and this around, just like this. So we're going to swap them around. There we go. So hopefully next time we won't have the same issue. And what we should see is these will turn into fire resistance potions if I've got my potion logic right, which I hope I have. And if we wait for them to go through, yep, and the redstone goes through, gunpowder goes through, awesome. Okay, and just like that, we have what I hope is... Oh, I haven't put the water bottles in yet. You didn't see that. And take 2. Let's see this thing in action. I have chosen to go with water breathing instead of invisibility, because with invisibility it's a bit more complicated. You have to get a night vision potion and then smelt that with, I can't remember, it's something else. You have to smelt it with the fermented spider eye, and it's just a massive pain in the butt to do. But let's see if this is working. I think water breathing will be useful in the future. Probably not as useful as the fire resistance will be, but let's take a look and see if this works. We have the pufferfish going into the awkward potion, which should give us the potion of water breathing. And I got all the pufferfishes from the Guardian farm, as we had some over there from when you kill them manually. They sometimes drop that, so let's see, is that working? There we go. We have water breathing potions. That is awesome. The redstone is going in. Then it'll be the gunpowder. That is awesome. That is looking great. I have a couple of bottles left over here from when I filled them up. Let's see if I can fit. Look how far away I can stand filling up water. It's mental. It confused me when I was doing it. I am going to put more water bottles in this one here, because I think I'll use them more in that one than I will in this one. So let's put them in there. As we can see, the gunpowder's going in. That is 8 minutes of water breathing. That is all going in greatly. And yeah, this is working. We have just done so much already in today's episode. Let's carry on. Okay, so the last thing I want to do in today's episode is I want to do something we did a few episodes back, which was the bank. And what I've done is I've been AFK for a while, and as you can see, there are a few sort of flappy friends around. I am AFKing a lot for iron whenever I can find a chance, because obviously with 1.14, whole thing's getting redone, and currently there isn't a really good way to get iron whatsoever, so we are going to try and get as much iron now as we can before 1.14 drops. But what I've been doing is I have typed up this, and what I'm going to do is I can't be bothered to read it to you, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flick through. You can pause the video if you want to read this. It's just an explanation on how to use the bank and what you want to do for these kind of things. This is something I am going to talk about though. If you want to change your keycard name, please leave a message in Rover's mailbox. There is a fee of 5 diamonds for each for the change of your keycard. So this means if people want a different name, more secure name, because everyone's names are just currently it's just like their IGN or their Discord name or something along those lines. So if they want to change it, it costs them 5 diamonds, and they'll change all of it, and they'll be even more secure, because then no one will be able to guess what it is. There is lost and damaged keycards. If you have lost or damaged your keycard, please leave a message in my mailbox, and then a replacement can be gotten for the small fee of 1 diamond. So it's not so cheap, so don't lose them or damage them. Damage them might be you place the lever down on the floor, it loses its name, you can't remember what it is, you might need to get a new one. That kind of stuff. And the last thing is stolen keycards. I doubt this is going to happen, but if this happens, let's be honest, they probably just lost it. You need to leave a message in my mailbox, and we can sort that out all free of charge. And the final comments, just contact me if there's any issues. So what we're going to do is we are going to grab that. The phantoms have gone, good. We are going to grab this here, and as you can see, I have not got everyone's keycards. Where did I put everyone's keycards? Ah, they are actually at the bank. Let's go to the bank and get everyone's keycards out. Okay, so there we go, that is everyone's delivered. I will leave a message in our Discord server so everyone knows, go and check out the bank, make sure they can drop stuff off in their bank. I believe JLR has already, whoa, cinematic camera. I believe JLR has already done so. And yeah, there we go, that is another project ticked off the list. We have done loads in today's episode. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye!